Wait till you listen to that.
That's good.
It's 4 o'clock on Friday, folks. 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon can only mean one thing. It can mean it's time for the Phil and John Zone, number 65, folks. Jump for joy, because it's Friday. It's not Scooby, it's his doppelganger. Meme by D. Yoder. Possibly somebody from the Arthur area. I'm guessing Amish background. Let's see, though. Can't you see me now, Phil? Are you back?
Hi, John.
Hey, buddy. How are you, man? What's going on?
Good. Let's see how long this Zoom lasts this time.
Yeah, last week I got kind of feeling towards the end that I was just done with it. I'm almost over the whole idea of this Zoom thing and the whole let's talk this way. It sucks, and the world's getting ready to dive into a hole again, and we're gonna have to be back on Zoom without even.
No, we're gonna keep going. Yeah, because we could be going back to this. Who knows? Unfortunately.
I'm just doing.
I mean, and companies will never go back. I mean, Laura's company said they're never going back, so they'll never have their office. And
I know some people that are never going to work at home again, and that's their choice now at this point.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know, some people have choices, and some companies just outright say no way. And yeah, it's pretty weird. Anyway,
just sharing real fast here. Shithouse Wire, Hartford Festival, The Village, Socially Distant Fest. Oh, I can't share The Village. Chicago Farmer doesn't want me to share to his page. He sent his guy after me saying don't share there anymore. So, it's all right. It wasn't really totally directly Cody related, so I get it. You know.
Who said that?
One of Cody's buddies sent me a message saying I can't share on the Cody page anymore. I was only sharing the Phil and John Zone, but I think they just didn't want that extra distraction, you know, so.
Huh.
I traded out all over the place. Stacy Pants Party, Dire Wolf Radio, Central Illinois Music and More, Legal Craft Distillers, the High Rider Family Page, Artists Helping Artists. I just go crazy. Oh, let's do Shoe Fam. That's a good one. Shoe Family, Summer Camp Music Festival for Shoe, the Horseshoes and Hand Grenades crew. I share it all over the place, honestly. So if you give a share, if you care. Hey, Bob Sperber, what's up, buddy? You ever met a guy named Bob Sperber before?
Probably.
He's a friend I met online recently. I don't know if we've really ever crossed paths physically, but he sent me a nice message this morning talking about the artwork and offering music up for us to use in the background of what we do. He's got some really good stuff. He's got a shitload of music, actually, from when I started digging. There's a lot of stuff out there. So I told him he needs to come on the show and be a guest. Bob, if you want to ever come on the show and be a guest, you're welcome to. The link's actually in the description tonight. Because I didn't hire any guests tonight. I tell you what, I just been lazy, folks. The summertime kind of makes me lazy, and I haven't been putting a whole lot of effort into the show. Phil, I apologize for that.
Yeah, it's pretty much your fault.
Hope it doesn't feel rude.
I don't think you've been lazy. I don't consider painting being lazy. I see a lot of paintings. I see what you do all week. You've been productive, but not in this aspect of your daily functions.
Shoe Fest is where I know Bob from. So Bob Sperber. He knows Phil too, I can only imagine. Phil's done posters for Terrapin Flyer and done some artwork for a whole bunch of different things in the past. And like Bob, it's hard to remember all these people that I've met by their names and by their Facebook profiles. It doesn't always match. But if you want to come on the show and play guitar, Bob, you are more than welcome to. Just get Zoom and hook it up, and we'll bring you on the show at some point if you'd like to. But other than that, how are you, Phil?
I am fine. Happy Friday. The weather is cooled off. It's overcast. Where am I getting this glare from, as I always do? And it's gorgeous outside.
Did you see the sunrise this morning? It was bright red.
Was it really? The funny thing is, unless I go completely out in my backyard, I don't see the sunrise or anything because we have houses and big trees around.
That's true. I woke up and there was red light coming into the house, and I was just a little confounded that So I looked out the window, and sure enough, the sun was just bright red. And it's because all those the fires.
Yes, 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 yes.
What the fuck, man? Hold on a second. No, I gotta fix that. Never mind, I fixed it. It's all good. Oh,
Yeah,
it was bright
it's
red.
supposed to be blue skies a lot of times in the past couple weeks per se, and the reason it's been overcast is because of the fires from California, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty crazy. And I mean, it reached all the way to New York. And that's no
California,
joke, man.
Oregon. There's fires all over the West Coast, and that's what you see. You see these beautiful red sunsets and these beautiful like hazy skies and whatever. It looks like warm fog. It's smoke, man.
And you're talking tens and thousands of hundreds of thousands of acres, man.
Oh yeah,
People's ranches and homes.
millions. I bet millions of acres.
Yeah.
All these fires that are burning. I mean, it's everywhere. It's all the way up into Canada, and they're showing it on the weather map. You know, like showing the picture of the sky, and you can see it. It's like the whole. It's white everywhere.
You're gonna have to move to the mountains where it rains.
Well, here's the thing. We've been watching The Walking Dead, and always
The mountains so you don't get flooded.
we watched The Walking Dead
You
for a
know,
long time.
mountains. Yeah.
And there's one thing that The Walking Dead never really considers. And that's after the people stop maintaining things, the nuclear plants will start to shut down. Now, when the nuclear plants shut down, there's only like 3 places in the whole United States of America where people will be able to live. So once the society breaks down and falls apart, and the nuclear plants fall down, they showed this map of where they're all at and where their fallout will go. And the whole of the United States is just you can only go to like one little sliver of Mexico is the only place where it'll be safe after the nuclear plants get out. Because I heard that the apocalypse, I saw it on the news, it's coming. Oh no, wait, that was just a show.
What the heck are you? No, no, no. Or you can be like the movie 12 Monkeys. They go underground and they'll survive there.
I think Bob's trying to check in the waiting room, Bob. But we do a couple segments before we bring our guest in. The guest will come in a little bit after 4:20. But he's ambitious. He's in the waiting room already. So we got our friend Bob Spurver is going to come on a little bit, and we'll probably see his face right away. I bet you remembering who he is.
I remember Bob.
But the point about this right now is stop talking about that negative shit. The fires suck, and we want to get that past that. I watched the Olympics. I've been listening to records. I took a car ride. I went outside and played in the backyard. How's the garden?
Poppin'. Just got a lot of cherry tomatoes.
Oh, you don't have your beer yet, do you?
No, I'm still waiting for the. No, I'm having a
cheers.
mellow margarita to start the Friday off.
Oh, cheers.
Going. No. What were you talking about? Oh yeah, bunch of cherry tomatoes and a couple of peppers. But I mean, I have hundreds, just ready. Oh, and my first birdhouse gourd. The plant is about 14 feet high.
Nice.
About 20 feet wide. But
I
got a birdhouse gourd the size of a football. Only one out of all these plants with all these flowers. I don't understand why.
You got to probably let those dry out for a long time, I bet you.
It's heavy too, and it's beautiful looking.
You'll have to let them dry out for a long time, but I bet you that'd be a cool project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the garden's going good, but still slow. Because I don't know why. But yes, it's healthy.
We have our aromas just started turning red like 2 days ago, so we'll have our aromas in like 3 days. We'll have Roma tomatoes and red.
We've been eating spinach and kale and the herbs, but no. The garden's ready when you got your tomatoes.
You happen to put 5 records together tonight?
I have 5 oddball records I picked out. Yes, I do, John.
It's time. Every week, folks, we go through 5 of our favorite record albums. At this point, you're getting down to my records are getting pretty picked over. I need to do some record shopping.
Should I give you some milk crates with sleeves?
With just sleeves.
You know what I can get? Instead
I have a stack here, Phil, and there's like 7 or 8 of them that I'm not ready to listen to next. I'm listening to all of them. They're good.
I'm sure. I guess I take it for granted, but I don't know.
2 records that were right by each other. It's the whole set, and it's called Colorado Jazz Party. I don't know what it is. It's music. It's archived. Anyway.
Hold on a second.
He gave me a whole milk crate, folks, of records without sleeves that were some of them are just fantastic. And there's some old stuff in there, some Blue Note records, there's some Frank Sinatra stuff. I still have about 50 more records to look through before I'm at the end of the crate. And they don't have sleeves because somebody took them out of the sleeves. They were probably for jukeboxes or DJs or something like that. And they took the sleeves, or the sleeves got wet probably. And so they de-sleeved all these records, and man, there's the archival music. It's all right. It's all in there. Every record still has all the music on it. And almost, listen, out of the 15 to 20 that I played so far, maybe even 30, I've only had one that had a bad skip in it that you couldn't listen to all the way through. So if you got old records, I love old records, man. Come go through your closet anytime. Phil told me he had records. Oh, I put a ZZ Top record up there.
Yeah, it's my ZZ Tops.
Here's the Dusty, folks. Sorry,
I forgot I left the dog out in the yard. Here's the Dusty, Dusty Hill, ZZ Top, bassist.
My first record tonight has kind of a fantastic cover. It's called The 50 Guitars Visit Hawaii, and it's the 50 guitars of Tommy Garrett. Have you ever heard 50 guitars? They play 50 guitar songs with 50 guitars. The cover's got a hole in it.
Huh. No, I haven't seen that one.
Inside, an exotic picture or two, and me still.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
50
Funny.
guitars visit Hawaii. Tommy Emmanuel was the one who originally did 50 guitars. The 100 guitars of Tommy Emmanuel. Have you seen those? This is Tommy Garrett. Different. But I like the artwork. Simple.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I mean, I love the artwork. This is beer and pretzel polkas. Love the German mug. Just love the cover, and actually listened to it, and I loved it.
Nice.
I thought it was cool.
That's the thing about those obscure records. I'm going through them and trying to listen to them. There's some stuff in there. It's all archived music. I mean, that's history. And
correct. Yeah.
The one I have right now is there's one in there is Frank Sinatra and Duke Ellington. So it's the Duke Ellington big band with Frank Sinatra on top of it. It's actually really good. I'm not a big Frank Sinatra fan, but
yeah, there's a lot of different combinations. And back in the day,
the 65th show, I'm kind of in the greatest hits tonight, so I got the greatest hits of Waylon. And you know what? You know your record that's behind you that I painted on?
Right.
It was this record. I kept the Waylon sleeve, and I gave you a sleeve with a no sleeve because I just like the silver.
No.
Isn't it?
It's in my collection. You gave me that cover.
I have the. I gave you the. Oh, I had 3
copies. And you painted on the cover, and you put in his mouth. You remember? I have the cover. I don't know. Okay, I'll show it to you next time.
Look like Waylon Jennings.
Yes, I have the same cover, and you wrote on it, and you gave me the album in that cover. It's pretty bizarre, Johnny. All right. Now you look like Tom. No, you look like Tom Hanks from Forrest Gump when you're about to run the marathon. Yes, you do. Yep. Yeah, you do. All right. My next album is just a great cover, and love it. Very simple. Joan Baez, number 5, up in the mountains, just chilling like a villain. Hand puppet. Yeah. Joan Baez, number 5, great album.
Hey, what's up, Machete? Machete just checked in.
Hello, Scott.
Dang,
Machete.
Since these shows are kind of like the best of times, I'm still going for the best stuff series. The best of the Doobies. You've got the Doobie Brothers. They're at their finest. Michael McDonald with dark hair. I mean, this was a great picture. This was a great time for music right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great album of songs that you know every note on this album.
Yep.
If you grew up with a radio in your house, there might be a couple weird ones on here.
Yeah, the reason being is we didn't have options, but we did, but
Jesus Is Just Alright, Blackwater, Rocking Down the Highway, Long Time Running, China Grove.
Whoa, China Grove.
Listen to the music. The Doobie Brothers. They kind of got pigeonholed because they said they were the Doobie Brothers, but oh well.
I get it.
Does this one open up? Oh, this one doesn't open up. The other one had the big doobie on the inside. The one I showed a couple weeks ago. I love the Doobie Brothers. And it was funny, my dad, if he's listening, when I hear the song Blackwater, I can still smell the smell that used to come up into my bedroom. My dad listened to that record when I was a kid. I remember hearing, I always thought that song had a smell to it. So the song Blackwater, no Blackwater, keep on rolling, you know it. I can smell that song because my dad would always put on that song and then burn a joint or something that would come up into my bedroom up the stairs, and I could smell that song. So there's a certain smell and there's that song, and they both go together. The Doobie Brothers.
Well, very cool. Now I know. Now I'm going to think of Black Licorice when I hear that song. No.
You're up.
Jim Reeves. I have so many Jim Reeves albums through people, and it was mass produced, and they're such cool.
They sold so many records.
Right.
That
And
generation's pretty much gone now.
a lot of the covers have gotten wet, so I throw them out immediately. And some of the records, a lot of them are scratched, but I have tons that I'm painting on, and there's quite a few.
Certain records that you always see, it's almost like that. That goes back to a genre of people that probably aren't even around anymore. Like that those are our grandparents or our parents and grandparents' music. That era. I always think of Herb Alpert, the Tijuana Brass. Because have you ever been to a record store?
I love Herbert
See
Albert.
their album?
Yeah.
All right, best of. Keep going on. These guys are cute. Look at these two. Who are those guys?
Paul.
Paul and Art. Art Simon and Paul Garfunkel doing the greatest hits of Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, which is, of course, like one of the greatest albums of all time. Mrs. Robinson, The Boxer, I'm a Rock. I mean, they wrote some amazing music.
Yeah, big time.
Now, what do you think about Art Garfunkel? Are you a fan of Art Garfunkel?
I like Simon and Garfunkel.
Right.
I don't know enough to judge him.
There aren't many Garfunkel fans that are like, oh, Garfunkel.
Well, because he doesn't put himself out there like Paul does, and his music isn't like Paul's per se.
He was kind of a songbird too, like you look at the people like Joan Baez.
It still is, and Simon's just out there and doing his own thing, and
he was on that page with like Judy Collins and Joan Baez, where he had a real pretty voice. He had a songbird voice, and you could sing like that. But then there was a point where that wasn't as popular anymore, I guess. I don't know, but Simon and Garfunkel.
The mamas and papas voices, the smooth, mellow, hippie, stoner, cool.
But still choral, but still like pretty and in harmony, and because I mean that's what mom and papas were.
I'm a flower child.
California dreaming. So I started screaming on such a winter's day.
Okay. Love Snoopy. Here's a nice Snoopy and the Guardsman.
Oh, my favorite. Snoopy. I want to listen to that. Had the red bear on it.
Yep.
Does it have Linus and Lucy on it?
No. I have quite a collection of Snoopy and Disney albums, which milk crates full that I collect. But yeah.
The next album I'm gonna bring out. If you can guess what album I have, it's another combination. It's not really a best of album.
ZZ Top.
It's a white cover, and they're dressed in all white.
The Beatles' White Album. And
it's a couple. It's a man and a woman, and they're embracing in all white clothing. Pretty much throughout the whole design of the album, they're embracing each other as if they are in love with each other. Although they were really just performing together.
Sonny and Cher.
If anybody could guess that, I would give them $100.
Captain and Tennille.
It's close, but it's actually
John and
Streisand and Gibb.
Chris, or BG guy. Yeah.
So it's actually it's just it's Streisand album is called Guilty.
Mm-hmm. Guilty. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I have that.
Very good.
Barbra Streisand, I have like if I kept them all, I'd have 200.
Yeah. But that one, just the weirdness of the art. How awkward is that? I mean, they're probably both married separately in different relationships, and the guy from their album was like, "Oh, for this album, you're really gonna have to be holding each other in each other's embrace." And let's do the back-to-back shot with Barbara's knee out. Oh, is it hot? I don't know. You tell me.
I can't see.
Streisand, Guilty, 5th album of the day. Almost.
We're gonna go with.
Oh.
Hey.
I thought we were done. Keep going.
Fine, I'm gonna do 2 more.
Okay, I'll do another one too.
All right, ZZ Top. There's for Frank.
For
Dusty, Mr. Beard. Charlie Daniels Band. Thought of them when I was going through looking some albums, which I do pretty much every day, and I loved the inside, and they really rocked. And I thought of Dusty with the beard and Charlie. But if you ever seen Charlie Daniels, I seen him back in the 80s and early 90s, and they were killer. I really.
We played here for a free concert in our downtown area, and the crowd went for like 10 or 12 blocks. It was huge.
Mm-hmm. So he was big. Double went down to Georgia, but it was just a great show every time. I've seen him probably 4, 5, 6 times.
Charlie
Charlie Daniels.
Uneasy Rider, is that Charlie Daniels?
Yeah, he's got quite a few. I'm terrible with bands and their songs. Very few bands that I know. Well,
Uneasy Rider. I don't think that's Charlie Daniels. I don't know. I'll just come back to me in a minute.
yeah, you need one. You need one of those like teleprompters next to you where you hit the button, or you have someone to, and you just it'll tell you right away. You can have the answer.
Called his name is Charlie Daniels. He wrote a song called Uneasy Rider. He did the Charlie Daniels band.
420, 420, 420, 420, 420.
420 folks, and here in America, we done our homework.
Not every state, man. Not every state. We go to Blue Ox, we got to keep it cool.
We celebrate in Illinois the fact that we are responsible adults and we vote, and we don't encourage children to take anything they shouldn't take. But it's 420, folks. So cheers and congratulations to the people who voted for the legal right to take to.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Nobody's willing to tell us what they want us to do with our bodies or not do with our bodies, unless it's a woman. You know, I won't take the shot, but you can't have an abortion. Oh, that's a hard topic for the show. I won't go there. But it's true. Think about it. And if you're going to be pro-life, you better be pro-education. Educate your children well, teach them well, their parents hell, all that stuff. True. It's true. They don't write songs about shit that ain't real. I mean, sometimes they do, but most of the best songs that stick around is real stuff. Stop. Hey, it's a sound. Everybody look what's going down. Testify. Lita Gibney, man, we got people tuned in from Mexico tonight, my friend.
Mexico?
My friend Lita Gibney she was living down in Mexico. But it's true. So please be responsible for who you are and what you got in your life.
Yeah, please.
We got a follower from Mexico tonight. My friend Lita's checking in. She's a musician as well. Lita, you need to come on the show too. We're ready for you, Lita, at any time. Our friend Bob.
Oh, Mexico.
Lita is a singer and kind of a flamenco style musician. Just a wow, beautiful person. We'll have her on the show one of these times. One of my wife's best friends. And we can bring our friend Bob Sperber in now. Wait, we got more record to show?
No.
Okay, all right.
No, but I'm gonna have to take a 3-minute break, or 2-minute break. Let's introduce while he plays. Let's introduce Bob, and I have to go upstairs for 2-minute break. I hope we don't lose me.
You got to pee or something?
Yeah. Well, and I got to get the dog and get something out of the car.
Well, it's got no video, so let's going to start the video. It also has no sound, so.
You know how that works. But I'm getting better at it. You know why? I'm still not touching it.
That's technology.
There we go. Are we here?
Wow, I see you have a gray screen, but we can hear your voice.
All right, I'm taking a 2-minute.
Unable to access video.
I see that. Gray screen, we can hear your voice.
Weird.
I'm taking a 2-minute.
Unable to access video. That doesn't make sense. Let's go into settings. Weird. Yeah, you know what? That doesn't make sense. We're in a tape loop. Settings.
You have your settings. You have yours on. You have your
yeah, you know what?
On still open.
That doesn't make sense. No. I got 2 devices so I can see what's going on. Go on. All right. No. Oh, damn. It was okay. I got 2 devices so I can see what's going on. Go on.
Okay, let's try this, Lita.
No. Let's try this again, damn it.
2 p.m. your time. So now we got audio but no imaging. Your other device is on, so you're getting an echo, which will start to.
All right, we merry pranksters.
Try this again, damn it.
2 p.m. your time. Now we got audio but no imaging. Your other device is on, so you're getting an echo, which will.
Let me shut one off.
We merry pranksters. Try this again, damn it.
It needs to experiment adjusting itself.
All right, that should do away with the feedback.
I think so.
Now you can't see me. What the heck?
Oh, you sound great, man. You sound great.
Hey, thanks.
Sound
is on.
Yeah, thanks for those kind words this morning, Bob. That was real nice to hear from you this morning. And it's always good when somebody reaches out and reminds me that I'm making artwork and they saw it. You know,
oh, no problem at all. So check this out. Settings, device privacy. This should have been ironed out earlier, but Zoom didn't tell me. My goodness.
Well, you know what? It's what happens whenever we plan your visit, like basically as you're coming on the show, Bob. Um, or as the show is starting, I should say. I didn't reach out to too many people to do this, but you're here now, so we're going to slowly come ding dong.
We're going to do this. Privacy and then video. Come on. Privacy. I guarantee this is going to be 5 seconds away. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some clicking. There's some setting. I could put you back in the waiting room, bring you back in, see if that has an effect. Sometimes that resets it. Here, watch this. Hey, people have been watching for 65 weeks. If they're not used to us kind of getting things semi-half perfect by now, well, they're not gonna. Oh, crap, he's on the other device now. Whoa. I don't know. This is so cool. We're going to get 2 of him, maybe. Hey, it's all experimental, folks. It's all like, oh, now we got picture. There he is. Hey, Bob, what's happening, man?
There we go.
Audio and video all at once.
Wow, the miracle. It's amazing. Hallelujah.
Trying to log in. You got 2 angles there coming in, trying to.
Oh, is that weird? How do you want me, vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal's best if you can.
All right.
We'll see. We'll put him in the waiting room, bring him back in.
Oh, weird. Okay, so you got me on an iPad. All right, done.
Yeah, whatever you want to use. I mean, the mic sounds pretty good. Oh, now you're gone.
No, you got me now, right?
Now I got no video.
Ah, shite. This is how you want to do it.
You know, we talked about doing a radio show for a while. There you are.
There we go. Hello. Shut off the iPad.
Talked about doing a radio show for a while, but we you know, the video thing is just what was working these days. You know how we're working.
Hey, you know, it's all about engagement and you know, all these stupid terms. You know, what are you gonna do? All right, so
Well, first
the problem is you want a performance.
We want to have a guest, and the guest makes up their own mind of how they want to do things, how they want.
I can play you like 3, 4, 5 songs for like 10 seconds each, but man, they're going to be really good 10 seconds, I tell you. I don't know.
You've got quite the catalog out there on SoundCloud of interesting things. You sent me that one.
Oh, that's old home recordings. Yeah, and now all I do is like, you know, sound like Jerry, man. But
there's always going to be a place for that.
Let me grab a guitar here. Oh, check what I got in the background here. That's the Candy Makers from 2019 Shoe Fest. Yeah, I got a good handful of these up on the wall.
I love Phil's records.
Hey, I got it. Wait.
Every time you see a new one, there you are. Hey, bud, welcome back, Phil.
Hey, that's a good one. I like that Candy Makers one. That's right. Hey,
they blew my mind, and it's like the only way I could remember who they were was to write them down on one of your records. Well, you did that.
Yeah,
for me.
that's a good way. I saw them up in Iowa at a festival. I don't know what happened to the screen. Okay.
Who was the Candy Makers?
There was a wild, trippy. They were. I don't know how to explain it. They were weird, good. I don't know how to explain it. Check it out, Candy. I don't know how to describe it. It was very intriguing. I'd see it again. It was a big band, man. Probably 10 people in the band.
Tell us a little bit about who you are, Bob.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm the guitar player behind the Zeppelin cover band I have with Shane Lyle. We have yet to play out though, because Shane won't sing.
Well, he's committing suicide because the Cubs traded all their players today. So
Shane, I love Shane. He's incredible.
No, I've been knocking around for a little bit.
I do it, or is he? Is he shy to singing, or is he?
Oh, if you saw Shane, you'd know him. If you can't picture him right now, he's amazing. He and Elizabeth, we were hanging out, did an amazing. Was it Run DMC? Was it or Beastie Boys? The two of them did this amazing rap together. It was after a show. Who was it? Northwest Corner. The first Friday they did up North Shore up there. You know, Carrie and Northwest Corner. Great Night of Dead, right? And then we were hanging out, and the two of them did this. Just drop the mic performance, and
to me. Wait till I talk to Shane.
I
was so tempted to get a camera out, but you know how that might ruin it. I didn't want to mess with it.
I've never seen Shane in that context before. I've always seen him wander up to me at the festival and hang out at the stand or something. You know, I love Shane. He's a wonderful guy.
He's a life, man. He's a great spirit.
Yeah, he's something. I you know what? this is like, we're public. We're broadcasting to millions of people right now. So I'll say, I spent 35 years like out of circulation, working in, office-y kind of stuff. And, when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was what I want to do now: art, music, and words. I always got paid for words, and I still do. I just took a job full time after freelance ground me down. That's a killer chicken behind you, man. That's awesome. That's just from the other day, isn't it? Like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Started as a yellow and red, orange, like a red and yellow sketch.
I do like a yellow layer, a magenta layer, and then a blue layer on top of that, and you get all the colors come from all that. All that comes from.
That's good stuff. So, I wish you could do your song, Wild Horses, maybe.
Whatever you feel like playing. We had no pressure.
Whatever you want to do.
Noodle around. You can. We appreciate you coming.
Once you start, play a couple songs in a row.
All right. Wave your hands to tell me to stop when you hear my voice, though.
Well, John will mute me, and I will listen. We got you upstairs and one on the deck.
Far less talented people on the show. I won't mention names.
Well, the most active band I was ever in was 20 years ago, Farmageddon, and there's a bunch of guys from the Old Town School, and they were doing a class together, like broke dick, outlaw country, and they said, we want you to be in our band, and I said, no, I'm too lazy, it's too much work, and we were porch picking. Next thing it's like, okay, sure, I'll do porch picking, but I won't play out. Next thing you know, we booked a gig. Okay, sure, next thing you know, I'm the one like saying, okay, let's go from the washboard and add a drummer and a synth. So we got to play Fitzgerald's. We used to play, we got to play a bunch of stuff, and we had a bit of a following. I was the one who made all the mistakes, but it was like, go, Bob, go. And I don't have the chops of some of the amazing guitar heroes we have. I'm more of a rhythm lead the way I see it, but, Childhood living, it's easy to do things that you wanted. I bought them for you. See, this is why I don't sing and play, But graceless lady, know who I am. No, I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses drag me away. I watch you suffer, dull ache and pain. Now you decide, throw me the same. Sorry, folks. No sweeping exit, all stage lines make me feel better, treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses, somebody hit that. Couldn't drag me away. You want to hear more? You sure? Okay. I know I dreamed you. Still that lie. I have my freedom. Don't have much time. Faith has been broken. Tears must have cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses will ride them someday. Wild horses can drag me away. Beginning. Wild horses will ride them someday.
Oh yeah. I tell you what, man, that sounds all right, buddy.
Right on, Bob.
Nothing wrong with any of that. That's a
It's
great
the hyper.
Having to learn the numbers or the words or remember the words, that can be the most stressful part of any of it, especially because you said you were a more rhythm player, but then you played all them little hot rods in between, so I don't believe you.
Yeah. Yeah. As a kid, I'd sit like back. I used to go to like the old dorm when I was a kid, and I would like just play along. I never studied how to play like so and so, but I'd always do stuff like all the riffs and stuff. And then I saw Robert Hunter play in '78 or so in a tiny little place. And he played Friend of the Devil. And at first I didn't know what it was because he did this. Like, you can see the neck if you want to. It's, it's just the G walk down. And then he broke his...
I know that more up there in the scale walking down. I walk it down inside the scale at the top, but that's cool. Robert Hunter, you never know what he's going to pull out and how he's going to do it.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, that's what I do. It just sounds the same on everything I do anyway. But, well, it's because it's 6 strings. But funny thing about Hunter, I saw him, was it the Other Ones or the Dead? Which came first?
The Other Ones, probably.
Oh, no, the Dead, then the Other Ones. Because, like, maybe you're right. Yeah, Other Ones.
Early.
Well, it was in Detroit, I think. Or else Rosemont here in Illinois. But he played, and like, the damn kids are booing. Because they didn't know who he was. The indignity of it all. And it's like listening to Dylan, the stuff that came out of that guy. Unbelievable. It's kind of like listening to the Dead, actually, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's your concert, unless you want to hear some other, but it's always, with me, it was always.
What? I'd like you to tell us more about that guitar, man, that you're playing. That's a nice little guitar, a little hollow body hardwood piece of art you have there.
It's a Hofner. The first night I had it, I was doing windmills on it. It's a delicate little jazz guitar. It's a Hofner. I got it. I picked it up from a guy in Wisconsin at a guitar show. He came down from Wisconsin. I met him, and it's this like handmade thing in Germany before they went off to China. And it's like, I love her, And the funny thing about it is, I was looking for a Gretsch, like that small, like, how Trey plays the small size, arch top like that, anyway. So I wanted a beater, but this thing I fell in love with for about a million reasons. I was like a researcher. I played windmills on it in a bowling alley at Lincoln Square Lanes, which burned down since, but I busted the bridge. It was a floating bridge, but I busted it out of place, and all in the name of gas money.
Why aren't you at Lollapalooza, man? You live in Chicago.
I hate to say it, but when it comes to live, I like the jam band thing. I don't like, rock your socks off. I just maybe.
That reminded me, Lollapalooza is actually broadcasting live on Hulu. You can catch some of it for free on this weekend on Hulu. Which is
Really?
Who is?
Really?
Hulu is broadcasting some of it live.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
for me, it's a huge crowd there. It's a Chicago. It's huge, so big for me. I get overwhelmed. We have a question from our friend in Mexico, or in California, actually. She informed me she's back in California now. But she's asked, what's your favorite song to play on that guitar?
Ooh.
Now you set it down.
My favorite song? You know what? The favorite song I haven't figured out how to do, because like when I play, I hear a band. And that's why I'm always adding these little noodles and washboard stuff. What I want to do is Fat Man in a Bathtub. My favorite song to play though is honest, I don't know. I mean,
And a go-to, like when you pick up a guitar, is like you just like when nothing else is going on in your mind, you just grab the guitar and what happens? Like, right?
I tend to make noise, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You step right out of Django into Steve Goodman there. That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm not much of a finger picker, but I've been, having fun with it because you can get texture. People that have right hands blow my mind on the guitar. Everything's about the right hand. But what do I like to play on it? I mean, seriously, I'm afraid that, growing up as a kid, it was always Friend of the Devil. And then there's always like, which you do on a Strat, maybe. I got the plus here. But the nice thing about it, in 75, somebody showed me how to do that part of Four Sticks where it's like, and a nice 12 string would be amazing. It's just two fingers and open strings. And then you go four fret chord, ace of spades. It's just fun,
Oh, that stuff feels great. For me, picking up an instrument and wanting to play it wasn't really exciting until I could play a song that I liked, and then it became like that was the goal. Like, let's take all these songs I like and see how many of them I can put through this guitar,
Yeah.
You're skilled.
Once you grab the Gong Show cane and drag me off, I'm gonna be like, I should have done this.
There's
I
no.
want to do Tennessee Jets, what I want to do, really. But
I learned Althea when Althea Grace got her American Idol thing. I wanted to name my guitar that song. I wanted to name my guitar Althea, one of the new ones I got, but I couldn't justify that until I could play the song Althea on the guitar. So I sat down with it and learned that little turnaround. It's a great little number, to learn.
Yeah, I got my eye on a PRS to pretend I'm giving to my daughter so I can keep her around the house.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I get a lot. Sheila says, "Hey, Bob." Pete Jive says, "Hey, dude." Everybody's out there on the world tonight.
Pete, man. I did a bad thing.
Hey, Pete, I'll see you in about 2 hours. I'm going to your show tonight with Arbor Creek. I'll see you at Two Brothers Roundhouse, Pete.
Oh, that's out there. I'm in Chicago. Where's Roundhouse? Like Aurora or something?
Aurora. Yeah.
Dang. Pete, I tell you what, Pete, I ate a cookie, a Stonio cookie. Thanks to Bear and Adrian. Anyway, long story short, I had a Stonio cookie. I was okay for a jam a little bit, and then Pete's like, "Hey, you want to play, Long Black Veil?" And it's like, "Sure." And I was like, and I don't think I promoted the groove as well as I should have. I apologized to Pete. He said, shut up. It's okay.
These are afterthoughts that musicians have after they play with somebody. And the only people
like Chris Farley on a date, right? Oh, I should have.
Oh, yeah, dang it. So stupid.
That's how I felt. Anyway, I don't want to overtalk. It's your show.
Tonight in
Go ahead.
Tonight in Aurora, Two Brothers Roundhouse, we have Pete Jive opening up for Arbor Creek. I will be there, and it's a beautiful thing up at the Aurora Roundhouse. And tomorrow night, his band, JDR and the Broadcast, play at the venue in Aurora.
Oh, my God. I watched some of the videos.
Man,
wow.
They're both like a couple minutes away. This is such a beautiful thing out here in Aurora.
They don't have that donut shop that's based on the hockey guy, though. It's from the Wayne's World movie. I looked all over town for it. Could not find it. Lemieux or whatever it was.
Wow.
We just saw out here at the venue. It's a great little place. 3 minutes from our house. Turpin Flyer is going to be out here. We just saw Backyard Tire Fire was killer. Farmer in the Field Notes. Just some great music. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on.
You ever see Jeremy and the Rollers out there?
No.
I think he posts stuff in all y'all.
I mean, they have eclectic.
Is there a band called Jeremy and the Rollers?
No, just Jeremy Rollers.
Okay, I was gonna say I want to see that band. I don't know that band. I know Jeremy. Sneaking around behind my back. I have the band.
Yeah, they have eclectic jazz. I mean, it's just a great place. The venue in Aurora. But I'll see you, Pete, in a few.
That's cool. Yeah, It is Friday night. People out there, we do this show Friday afternoon when you should be cooking dinner. But nobody's.
Yeah, my neighbors are out in the backyard waiting for the show to. They're in from out of town, so it's a weekend. So they're cooking some carne asada and drinking.
Those guys have to be right next door to you. That'd be tough all day.
Yeah, you remember that, John. They're good people.
People, yeah.
I can't believe you guys had me on. You want to get rid of me?
I don't know. Do you know? We got a couple more parts that we have before you can go. Do you have any jokes? First of all, do you know a joke? I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, from when my kid was really young. What's brown and sticky?
What's brown and stinky?
A stick.
A stick.
And the other, I don't do jokes.
And the last thing I was asking, everybody that comes on the show asking the same question. Like when you were a little kid, what was the first song that you remember enjoying as music? Like when you were first growing up. I mean, it could be radio, it could be from your grandmother. Is there a song when you were little that you remember at the beginning of your musical brain?
Wow. I saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. I was barely out of diapers. I remember seeing that. It was like She Loves You was the first thing I remember that changed my brain.
You remember that? Yeah.
Wow, you're old.
I remember being very young and wondering why the Beatles were writing what they were writing. That was something intriguing for me. As a young person, the Beatles were that was a pretty important influence. If there's people out there that will like, there's only a few every now and then you meet somebody who really doesn't like the Beatles. Or they're against the Beatles for some reason. I don't
like those people.
I don't think they spend enough time with them. I think it's the same way that, you told a story, so you agree with it, and you told the story, but you haven't lived the story yet. Anyway, the Beatles are amazing. So wonderful answer, Bob. Thank you for coming on the show, Phil and John. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bob, peace. I'll see you at Shoot Fest or Blue Ox or the Big Bash.
Collaborations with me and Bob and some music and some videos and stuff coming up because he's got some great music out.
Hey, so I'll tell you what, do you want to hang me up or how does that work?
Yeah, I can hang you up. All right, buddy.
We got an eject button.
Yeah. I got to ask my question. I'll sit down and listen for my answer. Oh, yeah. Where's King keep his army? Where's King keep his armies?
Where?
Up his sleepies.
Goodbye. No way. But when you push somebody out of a Zoom room, you have to be careful because there's a little thing that says report to Zoom. Like you had to come out for a bad reason. But I never
What
did.
happened? Did we say anything?
We say thank you. Thank you to Bob Berger for coming on the show. People are welcome to come on the show anytime. Lita Gibney, you'd be welcome to come on the show any night. You got all you need is a phone, your song, and you. We'd love to have you come on the show. She plays a small stringed instrument and she sings beautifully. And we've known her for 8 years. Actually, she's known Amy since they were little kids. They kind of grew up on the same hillside. This is not an exaggeration. They're from the same hillside. You've seen like Where the Wild Things Are mixed with Little House on the Prairie. That's where they grew up at.
Really? That's a beautiful thing.
It was.
And where's she? She's in Mexico right now, listening to us?
She's back in California. She was living in Mexico for a while, down in someplace crazy in Mexico. We were.
Yeah, all the neighbors here next door who are out there right now. When I went outside to, they're.
She's doing all kinds of live shows from down there and performing and playing music and
right on.
Really influencing our life. Good people in our life. But we're lucky, So. But yeah,
Bob. Surprise. What are you doing tonight, John? Why don't you come on over? Bring Amy over. Let's go see Pete.
I've had a couple of these beers and it's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, you drank? No driving.
Probably gonna hang out here and listen to Sleeveless Records, man. And I got this other record which I didn't show earlier, which is a stereophonic Gregorian chants album.
Oh, I liked it.
Those Gregorian.
What I'm gonna do from now on is, never mind.
What do you mean? What are you gonna do from now on? Did you get any questions ready for the interview? For the big interview? If you were gonna interview me,
Oh, I got questions for you.
If you wanted to do that I'm not prepared, but That. folks. Thanks for tuning in. Show's number 65. Thanks to Bob Sperber so far. We're only getting started here. We haven't even gotten to sports yet. So soon there'll be sports. And boy, is it a week for sports.
I have 10 questions for John.
Anyway, I have to throw those out there every now and then. It keeps the show interesting. I was watching them do the broadcast of the Olympics, and they've got good background music they put between, but the announcers are just horrible. And they're interviewing these people, and they're asking these idiotic questions. It's uncomfortable to watch. But I like the Olympics, so I've been watching a ton of it. I've been watching the jumping and the running and the swimming and the hopping and the flying and the hitting. There's a lot of things that happen in the Olympics, man. You want to talk about sports at all? You think that you got any sports?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Ready for sports? Okay, here we go.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready yet. I don't know. Hold on a second.
Oh.
You got to have your fanfare. So Phil and John, every week we give Phil some time to talk about sports. It's his favorite subject for sure. The Bears, huh?
Okay. Even though I'm a Viking fan, diehard Minnesota, a Viking fan, big time. Can't wait for football season. Football season is upon us. Training camp has started. I'm a diehard football fan, college football fan. I don't know what's going on with the SEC. Oklahoma and Texas, they're booging to the SEC, so it's just going to be one conglomeration of Alabama, which I guess is cool. SEC down south there. That's great football. I'm a Big Ten fan, but more power to the powers down there. I love college football. I love football. The Bears quarterback situation. Aaron Rodgers is back with the Packers. Go Packers. I'm a Packer fan. I have a friend whose son's on the Packers, so I'm a Packer fan. My brother Paul was a Packer fan. And just a lot of Packer stuff, so I'm a Packer fan too. But football season upon us. Okay. What was next? Oh, the Blackhawks. Blackhawks are trained. They traded for an old goalie. They got a lot of issues going on in their sports world. A lot of stuff is Chicago-based sports stuff. We'll talk about okay, and we'll talk about baseball. The White Sox look really good. And okay, here, hold on.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop you for just a second. Don't forget to breathe. Yeah, I know you get excited about sports, but don't forget to breathe. Okay, now take two.
You know what I feel like when I do it? It's like when I was a kid, you had 1 minute on the sports radio to do your segment, so you had to do it real, like Chet Kopic, you had to do it real fast.
Yeah, you had to be right.
Yeah, man. The Cubs hit the ball far, man.
Okay, Doc Ellis. All right, Doc Ellis.
All right. I'm a Chicago Cub fan. I have no clue what the hell they're doing today. I do, but I mean, I thought they'd get rid of a few players. And if you're, I don't know, Cody is already flipping out. He said, Mr. Farmer, he's gonna looking for a new team. They traded everybody, and I don't know who we got back. I'm kind of bewildered, and
the Brewers are in first place.
I like the pack. The Milwaukee Bucks won. When we go to Blue Ox, Johnny.
Actually,
I did some Milwaukee Bucks and Brewers and Packer albums. They're gonna, smoke.
Giants are at 64 wins right now.
Giants. I think they picked up Chris Bryant. Yeah. So and the NBA draft was yesterday, and used to be a big thing. The Bulls didn't have any picks. I do believe they picked a guy from Illinois. Yeah, they did. Anyway. And the Olympics. What's your favorite Olympic sport? I enjoy the swimming and track and field. A great story. I like watching the video of the upset and where the girl won from Alaska swimming, and they had her home little town in Alaska cheering her on, and she won the gold medal. I watched it 5 times, and I teared 5 times. I must admit, it was so balls. That's what sports is about. Did you see that?
Olympics is amazing.
It is. And I don't know what happened with the gymnast from, I don't know what's going on.
I have a theory, but I don't know if it's okay or not to say.
I'm not talking about that.
Because she dropped out of Simone dropped out of the standing.
Yeah, I know.
It was grueling. She was going to just destroy all those other players, and she knew she'd win. I mean, but she felt like she could hurt herself, so she stopped, whatever. But there was a policy in the event last night that only 2 people from each country could compete. and she knew. I mean, this just seems maybe selfish. I don't know, but
How many athletes? This is a tough fine line, John.
she knew.
Because I don't know the whole situation. How many athletes do that, and did she take someone's spot? And I don't know.
Maybe she gave up a spot for one of those other girls. Is what it comes down to.
I hope so.
Because this girl last night that was jumping and running and hopping and
Yeah,
flying.
she won the gold. I do
She
believe.
wouldn't have been able to be in there if Simone had been on the roster, and Simone knew.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, I feel like she's giving them guys the space. I feel like she's telling them that they can win too. You know, I don't always have to be first place. You know,
And I'm not sure. I mean, I don't watch the Olympics as I used to. I'm sorry to let's get off that subject. About some of these, I think there's break dancing is an Olympic sport, if I'm not mistaken. Break dancing.
I want to see that. Damn, I've seen judo. I've seen taekwondo. That's break your leg dancing. But skateboarding, surfing, but even badminton, even volleyball.
You ever skateboarded before?
I used to skateboard a little bit. Yeah, I have plenty of my shins from skateboarding. I still skateboard. I'm standing on a skateboard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm standing on a skateboard right now. It's part of my ergonomic chair. This is my footstool for my ergonomic chair. Queen Mary Guadalupe. Mary Guadalupe.
Oh.
Skateboarding. So my friend did this. It says Ear Deli because he had a spot called Earthly Delights. So I sit in this.
I wish I could crank this radio up because otherwise they're playing some killer punk music right now, Johnny.
What do you consider punk music on the radio?
I don't know. You'd like it.
Sing along.
What? I can't tell you.
You can't tell me we'll get finished for sound. You'll be like,
yeah, I'm super psyched. We got Fox Crossing String Band up the road for me tonight and Batavia. It's a sidecar supper club. Again, I'm Peach Ive and Arbor Creek at Two Brothers Roundhouse tonight. And tomorrow, JD and the broadcast. And Thea Grace is playing with Way Down Wanderers out by Johnny. I'm just giving my local scene. I can go on and on and on. And I usually have notes. And then I'm always going to forget somebody. But I apologize. But anyway, there's a lot of good music going on.
A lot of people went to fish. A lot of people went to fish.
What kind of fish?
Fish starts a fish fry. It's kind of Fridays.
Well, there's stuff at Lollapalooza. There's a lot of music going on left and right everywhere. I thought you farted. So.
No?
Yeah, there's a lot of music. What was that?
I'm done. It was just a mess. It's just a mess. It's all a big mess. Trying to get through to somebody.
Bulletin.
Oh, no, don't. No. I only got a little bit.
Are we finally going to get a cheers of beer? Is that Miss Laura?
What?
Is that Laura? I just heard.
Yeah, Laura's coming in.
Hi, Laura.
That's Laura. Yeah.
We were watching you next door.
Oh my goodness.
What are you doing next door?
They're all leaving.
Good.
Well, not all of them. Poppy and Grandma are still going to be.
Oh, they're leaving to go home?
Out there, comment, leave them out there, give it
home. Well, careful.
They're playing loose.
Make a request. Still in Jon Zone.
We're live.
A lot of people will retire at 65.
Dude.
Shit, gymnasts retire at 24.
Who?
Gymnasts retire at 24, but I can't. We can't retire till we're 65. This is the 65th.
Yeah, I mean, some of the athletes in the Olympics are like 12, 13. Some of those kids. I think. Yeah. I mean, it's. I thought there was an age limit before, wasn't there? But there wasn't. No, not anymore.
And you get through all the competitions, the preliminary stuff. You're in the Olympics, man. And the gymnast girls have always been young. They've always been like 14, 15 years old when they're winning.
Yeah, I'm Latvian. I used to play for. I played some basketball. I'm Latvian anyway. The Latvian Olympic. There's men's basketball. 3-on-3 is an Olympic sport. Isn't basketball 5-on-5? They have Olympic 3-on-3. And the funny part is.
Hold on. You never heard of the Gus Macker?
Yeah, but not the Olympics. It was just this year. Okay, I understand. It's cool. I watched it.
Half court. It's got the.
I did. I played all those tournaments back in the day, John. I played and played really good. And yeah. Anyway, like and tournaments like the Gus Macker tournament, but out in Hinsdale and out in anyway. But so what? The U.S. team couldn't even qualify for the Olympics in 3-on-3 basketball. You have to qualify. So I thought that was interesting.
Huh.
What do you mean, huh?
Huh.
So what are we doing next weekend, John?
Well, next weekend, hold on. There's a show. The Bash the Big House is next weekend. See, a lot of people are going to Fish next weekend. Some people are going to the Led Zeppelin 2 band here in Decatur. We're going to be at Bash the Big House. We're going to be where they shot the scene for Joliet Jake and Elwood Blues, where Elwood picks up Jake in the beginning of the movie. That's where we're setting up next week. And we're going to be in prison. We're going to prison next week, actually. Did you tell anybody yet? You got to go to prison next Friday, next Saturday? And it's actually Saturday.
Next Saturday, yeah. It's called Bash at the Big House. They did a bunch of albums with each band. That's Phoebe Hunt, the banana with the little chains.
That's great.
So.
You got to go if you can. That's going to be Chicago Farm in the Field Notes and the Big One Yop. The Big One Yop.
Alex Offer, John Conran, and the Old Gang Orchestra, the Vaudevillians, J. Ross Green Band. $20 for 12-hour, or basically 12 hours of music in the courtyard of the old Joliet prison. You cannot beat it. There's going to be food vendors. I'll be vending art. John will be painting and vending his art with me. It's going to be fantastic. Next Saturday, August 7th, in Joliet, at the old Joliet prison where Blues Brother was filmed, and I got a lot of cool art.
It's going to be an interesting week. It's going to be fun. And it's also Cody Beacock's birthday. So
yes, it is.
That night.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to be his birthday night show. So they always extra love there, that. Yeah, they're going to go back to Cali. Going back to Cali. Yeah, I think so. Oh shit, man! I don't know. It's Friday. Bob Sprober just checked in and said there's a dead band playing tonight, Black Throated Wind, at Mom's Place in Chicago.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody, if they want to post wherever, if anybody's watching, if you want to post what you're going to see or what's in your area, I'm just talking about my area is and
Minnesota. Did you say a boot? What is that all about?
What?
That's all about. Orange. I've been talking to people about dialects this week, and because all those dialects on TV, and they have people talking in all these different, from different places, but speaking English in their dialects. You know what I mean? Like
thank God for the words on the bottom. Sorry, I had the hiccups.
Are you reading the words on the bottom of something?
You have to. Not here, but no, in certain movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to read my TV too. It works. So
yeah, you see, me and the Lord have an understanding. Yeah, that's another famous line. Our Blessed Lady of Acceleration, don't fail me now.
Nice.
It's 106 miles, full tank of gas, half pack of cigarettes. I wrote all that, and yeah.
They're gonna be really good. I see him, man.
With the car,
And also tonight is also Wanderers and Althea Grace at Mackey's.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Mackey's?
No, they're at
Where are they playing at tonight? It's not Mackey's. Where are they playing at tonight?
Aren't they in Peoria? I thought.
No, that's tomorrow night. And tonight they're playing Mackey's.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought Peoria was tonight.
Grace. Then yeah. We were gonna go. It's just gonna be a long drive for us, so I don't think we're gonna be able to make it far.
To Mackey's?
Oh, wait, no, wait. Today's Friday. No. Tonight they're in Peoria. Never mind. I'm sorry, Sheila.
Holy moly! What do you?
No, they played somewhere up there last night, or night before they played up there, or tomorrow, or something like that. Jeez.
Yeah, because I saw the guys on stage doing a sound check, doing a rotating camera. Looked pretty cool. The weather looks nice. Humidity's dropped drastically here. It's pretty. No sun, but all the smog is from the fires in California. Hope everybody's all right in California or whatever. That's crazy.
He's living just outside a big fire right now. It gets bad out there. I lived out there, and the smoke, you could wake up, you could smell it. You just outside, it was hard to breathe. I mean, it's hard to sit. It was hot, hot air. It's a warm day, but it would look like fog.
Yeah, my brother's intrigued. He lives in Reno. He's up in the mountains, kind of. He says, "Wow, I mean, he's going to get the view of a lot of."
He's going to come in for about it. That'll be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going back in a couple. Yeah, go see him tomorrow. So yeah, it's not good. Yep. Go up in the mountains where it's raining.
So it's been a few weeks since we did the alphabet, but I think that we could round out the show tonight if we decide to do the alphabet. And then you still have time to get ready for your show and do what you got to do after we're done.
No worries, no worries.
I'm thinking that all the alphabet game that we used to play, folks, is when we talk about that, we try to give something, a letter from each letter of the alphabet. We'll take turns and challenge each other to come up with some interesting something about the alphabet. Now, interesting.
What do you got in mind there?
A lot of times it's bands. A lot of times we talk about bands we've seen or saw or want to see or didn't see or could have saw or would see again. Actually, it's mostly about bands. Actually, most of the times when we do this, about bands. Scooby wants to know what the subject is tonight. What do you think, Scoob? That's Scooby-Doo, folks. Scooby-Doo, the one and only. He's related to the actual Scooby-Doo. There's only a few. The bloodline is just down the aisle. Let's see here. Dead Ray. We'd love to hear Bill Grady tonight. Oh, and Bill Grady's on guitar for that Black Throated Wind tonight. Bill Grady. I have worked with Bill Grady music a few times. I've worked with a lot of people. I can't even keep up with who all I've worked with. So now that Phil is frozen solid like an ice cube, he we'll talk about what we're going to do for the alphabet game, folks. Because the alphabet game, we took it away for a couple weeks because, man, we had a bad week. We only got to like W, not even that close. But if he comes back, if Phil comes back, we're going to have an alphabet song here. Let's, for now. Oh, that's horrible. I don't like that one at all. And we lost Phil for the moment, for the time being, but he'll be back. And when he comes back, we are going to rock. We're going to do our little game we do. Or he tries to see if he can remember the alphabet. Yeah, nice. It's up to my good friend Daniel Ray out there. Daniel Ray had a medical procedure done today, and he's doing better. And it's a good sign. Sorry if that's too personal for the world, but I'm just happy to hear that he's doing better. Man, the world's a crazy place. If you got an opportunity to take care of yourself, you should take care of yourself. It's just a better option than not taking care of yourself. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. So, Phil, the alphabet game. If he comes back. If he doesn't come back, well, it might be the show. We'll see. Glad you guys tuned in. It's 65 weeks. I gotta say that's quite the adventure so far. I love Phil Strauss. He's one of my best friends, and we come together with artwork and what we do, and we're very different in what we do and how we do it. But for some reason, we blend well together as friends. I love records. He paints on records. I paint. He paints. He's just as good an artist. His lettering is impeccable. You don't meet many people that can write like he writes. And do the art that he does on his records, which I have plenty of on my ceiling. I'm going to try to cover the whole ceiling. I've got like 25 of them right now, but I'm going to get way more of them for time. Got to go see Phil at a show, and he'll hook you up with his new work he's been doing. He's always doing new work. It never fails to. He is just incredible with what he does. So, and there he is. I'm going to be back. You got faith. You got to have faith. You almost had me singing a song.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happens. It's the Phil and Jon Zone. I don't know. I mean, I want to go back. One of these days, I want to go back and look at the whole.
I wonder what happens. You freeze, but I'm alive. I wonder if they can see you frozen or me talking.
You freeze.
And no, you freeze in my picture. You freeze, and I'm moving.
When I freeze on your picture, you're freezing on my picture, and that's what they see.
So I had to go back to stop and go all the way back to Facebook. Now people are writing me going to Arbor Creek tonight and walking stick. You got to walk, all this.
Bring them all. How long will be there? You have it.
Well, no, I got some for OC and some. I got to make sure everything's finished after the show, but we got time afterwards.
You tell OC hello when you see him.
I haven't seen him in a while. I'm not sure if it's 100% done. I don't like giving it 95% done. I'm really
cool bands. Cool bands start with the letter of the alphabet that we haven't tried to do ones we haven't done before.
Cool bands?
We can't use Violent Femmes. We can't use X. We probably can't.
Well, okay, then we're gonna have to be. I got a couple. Okay, where you want to go? Go ahead. Start with A.
I'm gonna say ABBA. I don't think I've ever said ABBA before for A.
Okay.
Not my favorite band, but they made a scene and they had cool outfits.
I'm gonna go out with a band called B for Budgie, Budgie. Love the band. They got a great song called "Melt the Ice Away," and it's got a little parakeet on it. Great band.
All right, I'm gonna say C for Chicago. I don't think I've ever.
Hey, man.
I don't think I've ever said that before. And I'd say that band deserves a lot of credit. You know, 'cause it was Saturday in the park. I think. What day was it? Maybe it was the 4th of July. But I couldn't remember what time it was. 25 or 6, 4. Anyway.
Okay, D. I'm gonna go. I saw a video of them on one of the music thing. The Damned. I saw them back in the early '80s. The Damned.
Damn, Damn's really good. That's a good band.
Yeah, I saw them with I forgot some other
They had
funky
a band
bands.
in London or someplace. Were they a London band or were they from around here? You know?
Nah, I think they're from Cali. Not sure. Or Minneapolis. I don't know. They were white, or they're English band, I do believe. Yeah, English band. E.
E for the Easy Riders out of Peoria. Mike Miller.
Okay, good one.
Easy Riders. Haven't seen them in a while, but they're a great band. Great band. Easy Riders. There's probably a lot of bands called Easy Riders out there. Extra Ticket was another band I liked to see, but it actually started with an X. So go ahead. Damn.
F is for Fugazi.
Mm-hmm.
I just like saying that word. I have no clue.
The alphabet of bands, Fugazi should always be the F. And there's no really, I don't care. E, F, G. G is for, give me just a check on that one. I wasn't thinking ahead at all. Was it Gary Puckett and the Union Gap?
Okay, that's work.
I wouldn't have picked that one before, but there's good bands out there. Yeah.
Silly man. H is for Hank Williams Jr. the second. He backed up the Allman Brothers at Alpine Valley, and his best concert I've ever seen. It was just a great day. Hank Williams Jr. the second.
I don't think we've used that one yet. Ice. For Ice Cube. Who actually was kind of a playoff of Ice-T. Because Ice-T was the first gangster rapper. I would say before an NWA, Ice-T was gangster rapping. He was the first. Ice-T. So he was Ice-T. So along comes Ice Cube. He's like, what are you going to call me? What's cooler than Ice-T, man? You can't have Ice-T without Ice Cube. So Ice-T and Ice Cube.
Oh.
And one time I saw this video of Ice-T's refrigerator. It's on this crazy video that was promoting sunglasses, but they go to Ice-T's refrigerator, and there's like a little kid in the room who's in diapers, and they open the refrigerator up, and it's filled with bullets and 40 ounces.
Okay, you said sunglasses. Hold on, this is for Dusty Hill. Cheap sunglasses. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah.
Get yourself a pair of cheap sunglasses.
Oh man, I played a lot of ZZ Top. Yeah,
A sleeping bag to boot. You know, you got to get yourself a sleeping bag.
I got a ZZ Top story real quick. Hopefully I get Z. Okay, hopefully I get Z. I got J for Journey. Journey is one of the headliners at Lollapalooza this weekend. Is Stephen Perry back with the band? If he's not, then screw that.
Hold on. Journey is one of the headliners. The other headliner is Miley
Yes,
Cyrus.
it is. Miley Cyrus is yesterday or today.
Wow, big names for an interesting event like that. But anyway, I was a protester when Metallica was at Lollapalooza. Anyway,
yeah.
What do you say? What do you say?
I didn't say anything. I liked it. Yeah. No, I didn't.
K for the Killers.
All right.
You ever heard the Killers?
Yes, great
band. Underground. I don't know what they call themselves now. They're good. The Killers.
L is for Lemonheads.
Remember
that band, Jack?
Hold on. For that, I got to. There you go.
That was a great band.
You know what color these are? They're Dollar General.
Yeah, they're lemon.
They're Dollar General yellow. I got them for $2 on the counter at Dollar General. You talk about cheap sunglasses. I bought that the day Dusty passed, and I bought these cheap sunglasses for $2 that day without knowing that was why I was buying it. Man, fucking waiting on the bus all day. I got a pocket full of change.
Yeah, don't kid.
I'm
gonna have to go on the deck and have a cocktail and get ready for Arbor Creek and Pete and listen to some ZZ Top. Anyway, okay, you got L. You got M.
M for Mountain. Remember Mountain?
Oh yeah.
Mountain.
I got an album up there, right there. Mountain. I can't take it off the wall. Leslie West.
Yep.
N is for
It's tough to think.
9 Inch Nails.
Okay, all right. A band that was really good live when I was a kid.
There's a good song on the radio.
What's your favorite Nine Inch Nails song?
Don't go there with. I'm terrible with that. Scott Rhodes is really good. I'm terrible with names,
I would
but
say
I probably know 10. I really dig.
Okay, so
Okay,
you know,
you gotta.
nice.
No googling letters and shit.
Oh, I'm not doing. Oh, we're Hold on a second. Old in the Way. Old in the Way. Jerry Garcia, Pete Rowan, David Grisman, with amazing Vassar Clemens. Old in the Way. Yeah, Old in the Way. Oh, never used that before. But
Olden in the Way.
Yeah. I've seen David Grisman. I've seen Vassar Clemens. I didn't see Vassar Clemens. I saw David Grisman once. I've seen Pete Rowan a couple times.
David played at Shoe Fest.
I've seen members of the band, but never the whole band. Of course, I saw Jerry back in the day, but never got to see Old in the Way play as Old in the Way. Now Steve Harbrecker, he does that show, the Grateful Grass String Band or whatever they do, and they do an Old in the Way whole set. So we'll see stuff.
P is for Pigeon Pussy. Pigeon Pussy, a band out of Wisconsin with Augie and a great 3-piece band. We've seen them. They're playing up in Sturgeon Bay again. Can't wait to see them. They're playing with Henhouse Prowlers and Fresh Hops way up there in October. Go check out a band called Pigeon Pussy. Killer, John. You'll love it.
Sure. You. Well, I never saw Queen. I think I would have liked to have seen Queen, but I don't think that would be my choice for that. I wonder if there's a band called Quickness that is like a Bad Brains cover band. I bet you there's a band called Quickness. It's a Bad Brains cover band. There's a band called Quarantine. There's a band called Questions. I've never heard those bands. The Quiet Room. I'm totally googling this now because Q's a weird one. Quantum Theory. I'm going to go with Quantum Theory. Or no, the Quaker City Nighthawks. That's even better. Quaker City Nighthawks.
What are you looking at? You got a little list there.
List the bands by the letter of Q. No. Give me a break, man. Q. Fuck it. Okay. All right, Q. R. You got R. R. Q is not as easy as R or S.
Okay. I like 7. Okay, I'm going to go with Ravi Shankar. Just saw his album today. He was going through milk crates of albums. Ravi Shankar. It was pretty.
Ravi's amazing, man. Actually, those you got some records in milk crates of Ravi Shankar's. Man, yeah. I want those milk crates of records. If you don't know what you're gonna do with them, brother, you gotta. I'm gonna get them all because fuck that. Because there were so many good records in there. I know the first one I looked through is not the one I got because I'm not finding the record I saw in the first one I looked through over there. So, okay, S is probably gonna be for either it's two-way tie for Barbra Streisand or Simon and Garfunkel. So I think I'm going to go with Simon and Garfunkel on that because I'd probably rather go see a Simon and Garfunkel show than a Barbra Streisand show. Although I would probably go see a Barbra Streisand show. Hell, you only live once. But Simon, for Paul Simon, I never used him before, so I can get away with that. Or Simple Minds, but I never really want to go see them in concert ever. One song. Anyway.
He is for Tragically Hip, band out of Canada. Tragically Hip.
U is for
a fan. They were, Widespread Panic, but not as popular. But just Hooky and I. Tragically Hip.
U. It's for you too. A band I still want to go see in concert. I still want to see you too. I never have. I had an opportunity to a couple times in my life, but I didn't have the money or didn't have the wherewithal to go see him. But I think even now, even in this day and age, I would love to go see a U2 concert. Have you ever seen them?
No.
Because, they had so much good music at the beginning, and then I lost track, and you lose them, but there's still good songs throughout the whole career.
Right.
But, they would still play Under a Blood Red Sky, and they would still play Pride in the Name of Love. And they would still
when those big bands get to... John, when those big bands get up there, unless they're playing in a small, when they get their earplugs in, and I think everything's pre-recorded, and man, it's like a production not playing. To me. I hope I'm wrong, but anyway.
No, it's okay. The Edge, the guitar player from U2, is not the best guitar player in the world. He actually he had a hard time playing a song for somebody once on this video I watched because he couldn't find the effects on his keyboard, on his machine that somebody else probably pushed the buttons on to play the sound. Anyway,
one of my favorite sleeper bands just played. And I actually down that I was going to put for R instead of Robbie Shankar is Roxy Music.
Brian
The
Ferry.
big Brian Ferry and Roxy and Phil Manzanera and all the cats. They're part of King Crimson. They all jive, and they're that vibe of that. I don't know how to explain. Yeah,
But
I
real
love that.
quick, hold on a second. Go back a second. Explain to me the King Crimson Roxy music connection.
Phil Manzanera and the keyboardist, a lot of studio musicians. Who would be the other one? Robert Fripp, I do believe, played in both.
Yeah.
I do believe. What's the other
Fripp on
cat?
guitar.
Brian Eno, I do believe, was involved in that also, and that kind of stuff. You ever hear of?
Kale, John Kale.
Yeah, right. All that kind of all that collaboration of minds that are just really in depth in their, Stevie Danish, they're a little overboard, but they're
There's more to it.
Wear that velvet coat, smoke a cigarette, and drink wine with no socks on, and have all the girls, the models, that goofy, weird stuff.
Roxy music, but we're not on anymore though.
Yeah, he's singing right there. We're gonna get cut off. Okay, go for it.
I don't care.
Neither do I. More than that.
I said U2 was the last band I said.
Okay, I'm going to go with Vadvillians, the band we're going to see next weekend. I've seen it before. If you've never seen it, John, you're going to, excuse me, really dig them. They're playing next weekend, August 7th, at the Bash at the Big House at Joliet Prison. That I will be there, Sean will be there, and the Vaudevillians will be there also.
Sounds like
many other bands. Looking forward to seeing a lot of people there.
Vaudeville, the early entertaining traveling artists, scene, the vaudeville scene. Take my wife, please. Henny Youngman, he was a vaudevillian. I think Henny Youngman was probably post vaudeville, early Hollywood.
What are you doing there?
Talking about Henny Youngman. Remember Henny Youngman?
Yeah, W.
Okay, U, W, V, vaudevillians. The W stands for some project that Andy Warhol did with the Digital Underground. So I'm going to say Warhol. Because he was part of that album. Andy Warhol. W.
It begins with an A. A's first. A. Andy Warhol.
Oh, you said Paul Simon earlier. You didn't say anything about Paul Simon. I said Simon. Like, okay, hold on.
All right, I'm just teasing you.
The Water Street. How about Water Street?
No. I thought you'd say Wait on Wonders. Were you rolling your own cigarettes?
We're not going to that show.
A band called, another band I saw in Palladium, X-Ray Spec.
Respects.
I went to a lot of those underground festivals, but I don't think I saw it, but that they were at the show. Oh. So I don't take credit.
It's double freeze.
At least see a couple songs, but I was there. I know. REM.
Great song.
Good.
UVWY is for Yellow Card. It's a punk band called Yellow Card. They're a band out of some other world that I was waiting in a crowd to see Bad Religion, and Yellow Card played first. So I sat through the whole Yellow Card show. It was pretty awesome, but I didn't know any of the songs. But I saw this band called Yellow Card.
I get Z. Great story about Dusty and ZZ Top. Back in the 80s, I bought a lifetime membership for $100, and I got tickets, and then they got popular late in the 80s. And after that, they discontinued it. But for the rest of my life, I had got to see them with inside 10 rows and go backstage and meet the band for life off that $100. They got big in 1 year. So I did it for years. I got to meet the boys backstage. They did drink some Jack. I had Heineken's with them. We have cake together backstage. I saw Black Crowes back them up. I've seen a lot of bands.
And Frank Beard, y'all. You hung out with those dudes?
What?
You hung out with ZZ Top?
Yes, backstage after the show. Many a time. It's not you hung around. You can't hug them and stuff.
So
Actually,
like
they're right
Afterburner.
there. We're talking to them all. Yeah, we'd wait an hour and a half. Yeah, a lifetime member. Yes, yes, and
Did you see the
yes.
car? Did you see the car? Did you ever
What?
ride the car?
Oh, there was so much. I was mesmerized. Yeah.
For me, ZZ Top represents like my puberty.
They were right there, and you couldn't give them a hug. You couldn't shake their hand, but they're right in front. Yeah, yeah. Hi, a great show. I don't know, yeah.
Afterburner.
Many a time, and we seen in the backup bands you got to meet. You get to hang out with the bands that opened up for ZZ Top more than you did with ZZ Top because it'd take hours because they do their thing, whatever. So I got stories, but we're on live TV. But anyway, yeah, I got to meet ZZ Top many a time, and pretty cool. Off that $100 investment back in the day.
Super
And
jealous.
I still am to this day. Anywhere in the continental United States, I get 2 free tickets inside 10 rows and get backstage passes anytime.
When I was a kid, like the video that got like being the coolest video ever was Sharp Dressed Man. That was just so cool.
Okay.
And we're gonna try. Pinch us, Facebook. For Dusty. Here comes the Facebook violation. Fucking. No, everybody can sing along to this.
Yeah, I mean, there were 3 guys too, and they were more blues. They were heavy into Chicago blues, and it was. There were 3 guys, man, and I mean, their track life of. I'm older, but how do you say that? 10 or 20 songs, right?
Oh, the top for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, big fan. That was the. Yeah.
Afterburner, Trace Hombres, Eliminator. Even through Eliminator, I mean, that album was really good too. No, it was Eliminator then Afterburner. So Eliminator came first. That was Sharp Dressed Man and Legs.
Yeah. See, yeah, you're going for the newer stuff. I'm going for Lagrange and.
Eliminator was the first album when they were like on TV. And you saw the car, and you saw the girls, and you saw the beer.
I like all this stuff before TV.
But you don't think that there's value in Sharp Dressed?
Well, I'm old, before TV. I like black and white stuff,
You've been waiting on the bus all day. Pockets will change.
Jesus just left Chicago.
Just got paid. It was like my favorite ZZ Top. But Jesus just
Muddy Waters.
So I played in a band and I sang that song for a little while. It wasn't great, but we did Jesus just left Chicago for a while. This riff right here. Take it away, Facebook. We don't care. We'll be back. Before the sunglasses get no different.
Got paid today.
Fucking bullshit. So that was one of my early turn-ons to ZZ Top, but it wasn't by the band ZZ Top. It was by another band, and it's kind of fucked up because it was really different than ZZ Top. Now the band was called Big Black out of Chicago, and it was actually it wasn't even.
Give me 30 seconds.
It wasn't even Big Black. It was Steve Albini with I think it was Steve Albini with Alan Jorgensen maybe. I mean. It was in some dark stuff.
This next one is for all of you that smoked a lot of dope in high school.
Let's go pinch us on this. So does Steve Albini.
Those of you that are still smoking dope have no excuse.
That's how I heard it. No idea it's a top song at all growing up. Listen to the lyrics and I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? It's so dark. He just got paid today. Got me in pockets full of shame. You got paid. That's all you got. Big Black out of Chicago. Steve Albini, quite the record producer. You know who Steve Albini is? You know Big Black and Steve Albini is?
What?
Steve Albini. Does that name ring a bell to you? Steve Albini from the band Big Black and shit, Ministry and Palehead and.
Well, I love Ministry. L. Jorgensen.
Yeah, he's in that same circle of friends. There's a guy named Steve Albini. He had a band called Big Black, but they played Just Got Paid Today when I was looking up some gross punk record, and it became like my favorite song on that record. Not knowing it wasn't their song, it was the only non-original thing they had. But that's why I liked it, and then I turned into ZZ Top fan later in life. You know, finding out it was them. Yeah, here's to Billy and Frank, and hope they're hanging in there for the loss of their dear friend. You hope that you know. Yeah.
I'm gonna go put on some ZZ Top.
Yeah, I think I am too, man. And we're gonna call it a night for the N Jon Zone.
Oh, it's just begun. Time to pace and.
This certainly has. I'm gonna show him this picture again, which I think is so perfect for Friday. Oops, hold on, what did I do? Oh, that was weird. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, geez, the whole thing is going crazy here, Phil.
What's going crazy?
Oh, nothing. I want them to see this image real quick before we go, and they have to enjoy that. We'll go out with a little more of this crazy, messed up. Just got paid today. Thanks, Phil. Love you, man.
Love you, John. Have a good Friday. I'll talk to you soon.
Shit, how do I turn this off?
I'm out here, John. I love you, man.
I love you too, brother. I'll talk to you real soon, brother. Okay?
Bye.
Thank you, Steve Albini, for the still music I just took from you. Thank you to ZZ Top for all the music you gave us throughout the years. Thank you to Bob Sperber for coming to play that amazing guitar part you played for us. We're going to go back to Chicago Industrial. I'm going to go listen to some ZZ Top in the radio. And I'm going to leave you on that because I think that is what is the word. All right, folks. It's Friday. See you when we see you. Oh, Facebook, just tell me that they own the rights to this. I know I don't, brother. Not yet. I'm going to download it real quick before they catch me. I hit the ground. I was on the run. What a lie.
All day, just sit on my shoes and take my pay, baby.
You know, you love. Sit down. Say something nice to somebody the next person you see. And enjoy yourself.